Hello everyone, welcome to Multitalks. I'm your host, Calista. Today I have Amy with me.
Hi everyone, glad to be here.
We're diving into something personal, what it's like growing up between two cultures. It's a topic close to my heart, and I'm excited to explore it together.
I'm really curious about this topic. When you say between two cultures, what does that mean for you exactly?
Great question to start with. Well, my mom is from Vietnam and my dad is from Taiwan. My mom actually came to Taiwan through a matchmaker and worked in a local factories to support us. I grew up here, so Mandarin was the language I used every day.
So you mainly grew up in a Mandarin-speaking environment. Did your mom speak Vietnamese at home?
Yes, but mostly when she talked to relatives on the phone. It always sounded warm and fast. But I didn't really learn the language as a kid. I only started studying it seriously when I got older.
Was there a moment that made you decide, okay, I want to learn Vietnamese now?
Yeah, I remember realizing that even though I lived with my mom, I didn't really understand her word. I could see her daily routines, but I couldn't enter her emotional world. Learning the language felt like a way to connect. Have you talked to a lot of people with mixed backgrounds? Do others feel this too?
Definitely. A lot of mixed culture kids tell me they learn their parents' language later in life for the same reason. And honestly, sometimes it's because other kids' reactions make them hesitate when they're young. Did you experience that?
I did. When classmates found out my mom was Vietnamese, they would ask, "Do you speak Vietnamese?" And a few even whispered, "Oh, your mom is a foreign worker." I didn't know what to say.
That must be tough. Kids can be unintentionally harsh. I remember a classmate whose mom was from Indonesia. People sometimes joked about her accent. Looking back, it's so unfair. We didn't understand how hard those moms were working.
Exactly. And now, as an adult, I really admire my mom. She came alone to Taiwan, married someone she barely knew, worked long hours in the factory, and raised us. That takes incredible strength. By the way, did you ever hear similar story growing up?
Yes, many. People often overlook that migrant moms are juggling language, work, and family at the same time. Speaking of your mom, did she ever give you advice that stuck with you?
She did. She once told me, "It's okay if people don't understand you right away. Just be kind and work hard." I carried that with me.
That's beautiful. And I'm curious, do you think your identity today was shaped by her experience?
Absolutely. It taught me empathy. Being mixed means people often ask, "Where are you really from?" When I was younger, I felt caught between the two. But now I can confidently say I'm both Taiwanese and Vietnamese. What about you? Have you ever felt in between in some way?
Oh, definitely. Not culturally, but language-wise. My grandparents speak Taiwanese Hokkien, and I barely understood it growing up. At family gatherings, I always felt half inside the conversation and half outside. So I totally understand that feeling of being connected yet distant.
Yes, that's exactly it. When I visit Vietnam as an adult, even though my Vietnamese wasn't perfect, my relatives welcomed me so warmly. Whenever I spoke Vietnamese with them, they were genuinely delighted and tried their best to use Chinese to communicate with me in return.
That's really touching. It shows that connection isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about the willingness to try and engage.
For sure, identity isn't something you have to get right. It's flexible. It grows with your experience, relationship, and the willingness to learn.
And I think that's a message a lot of listeners can relate to. That being in between cultures doesn't have to feel like a disadvantage. It can be a source of empathy and understanding.
Embracing both sides of who you are, that you see the world from multiple perspectives. And sometimes, those small moments, like a smile from relatives or a shared conversation, make all the difference.
It's those connections that really define our cultural identity, more than words or labels ever could.
Right. So to anyone listening who feels caught between two cultures, remember, your identity is yours to shape, and it's okay if it's a little messy, a little flexible, and uniquely yours. Thanks for listening. Let's move on to vocabulary parts.